Assalamualaikum everyone, we are Group Unicorn. This group consists of me, Nursara, and my friend, Jahan Nazrin. We are from EECE 1313 Programming Section 2. In this video, we are going to present our mini project. The theme of this mini project is Learning Aid System, where the system is used to help KOE students in their learning. Whether to solve maths or basic engineering problems. Hence, both of us have decided to use C++ program in helping KOE students finding physical constants. So let's start. I will go line by line. So in line 1 and until line 3 is what we call as command. Command is used to describe anything, whether in details of your name and matrix number as what we have did here, or to describe a function, just like this. In line 4 until line 6, we have include IOStream and FStream. FStream is used to open or write a file. For line 8, 9, and 10, we have 3 different void functions, which are void getList, void menu-driven, and void displayList. And in the parentheses, we have the arrays as their parameters for each void function. In line 12, we have a data type called constant integer, where the variable is maximum list of size. The variable is equals to 14, which means there are 14 elements. In this case, we have decided to put in 14 physical constants, the common ones. In line 14 until line 23, it is the main function where we apply FStream. If we look here, this is the ifstream in file where it is used to open a file. Next, we have also created an if loop to test the existence of file if there is problem at opening a file. In line 25 until line in line 26 until line 27, we have another data type called float, where the two variables are symbol and value. And these array size are declared as maximum list size. Next, we have line 32 until line 37, where we have getList function, which has been created here. In this parenthesis, we have parameters of infile, symbol, and value. We have also displayed our first statement, our first cout statement, as shown here, where later we can see it in the display console screen. The same concept applies from getList in menu-driven, where this is the function and this is the parameters. Now we move on to our first function prototype, which is void getList. This function is used to read an integer from the file and store it in an array, as what is shown here. So in this function, we have an integer of a variable I, and I equals to 0. This just shows an initialization. So for this function, it clearly shows that we read the symbols and values from the txt file and store it as an array. The second function prototype that can be found is void menu driven. And this function is the menu, the main action for this program. And the parameters also can be shown as in this parenthesis. So in this function, we have created a do-while loop where the statements of 14 constants are displayed here. We have also put in a manipulation where the user can type in their own choice from a range of 1 until 14. And inside the do-while loop, we have another loop called switch statement. So to explain the switch statement, I will go case by case. So let's say the user puts in choice 1, where we can see here choice 1. And what the compiler did is to check case by case to find its own true statement. So for this case, it's choice number 1. So the true statement is stated in case 1. Once the compiler reaches case 1, the compiler will execute this statement, which shows here display list, symbol, and value. And the rest of the cases will be ignored. The pattern goes on from case 1 until case 14. And if user wants to exit the program, wants to end the program, he or she can put in the choice as 15. And once the user puts in 15, the compiler will end the statement, will exit the statement. If the user puts in a choice that is not in range in this constant, as what we have mentioned here, the choice is not equals to 15, which means 16 and above, then the else if statement will be executed, and this statement will be displayed on the console screen. So that is how the switch statement will executed, and hence the void function will be closed. Lastly, we have the last function prototype, which is void display list, where this function is to read symbol and values that have been stored in array here by function getList. So the function getList, we have put it here. So this is what it meant. So in this function, we have another for loop where the parameters are described as for the first one, we have the initialization, and the second one is the true false statement where I is less than maximum list size, and the last one is increment I plus plus, which means the number plus 1. So that's the end of our coding. Now we just need to execute, compile, and run. There you go. This is our program looks like. So let's say if we put a number 18, the else if statement will be executed as it is not valid, and the cout statement will be displayed here. The constants will reappear again for the user to choose from 1 to 14, or simply choose 15 to end the program. That is all from us. Thank you. I hope you understand my explanation. Assalamualaikum.